Football's about passion. It's a way of life. It gets you up on the morning. It's magnificent. It's fantastic. What a sport. What a sport. It's a way of life. It's a way of life.
Welcome back to another festive episode of Retro Football. Christmas is upon us. FIFA 15 on the PS3. So, I love the PS4 version or Xbox One version of this game. I have not tried the PS3 version before, so let's see how different or how similar this might be. This was the first FIFA, if I remember correctly, to get the entire Premier League package. Names are missing from the backs of shirts, but hey, that's an emulation glitch. I am emulating via RPCS3. Oh, it's Jeff Sterling introducing the teams here. Yeah, I remember this on PS4. I featured this on the channel, the PS4 version. Okay. So, it obviously doesn't look as good. It's a generation before the PS4. Oh, I like the pace. So I haven't changed the speed. This is the normal default speed. Now, FIFA 15 on PS4, which I will be referencing from time to time in this video. The one thing I don't like about it, it's very quick on default, very fast. Look at this. This is nice and slow. Ref. At some point, I'll check out the stadiums. We'll see if the entire Premier League package is included in this legacy version of the game as well. I'm sure it will be. EA were pretty good at doing that with the legacy versions. I like the legacy versions of FIFA. The FIFA games on Switch, I always prefer these days to the newer FIFA games. I think they play... Well, they are. They're on a different engine. They play better. They're not on Frostbite, I don't think. Anyway... Got to get used to this, guys, because, it's tactical defending, which takes me a little bit of time to adjust. This is good. I like it. I like it straight away. Little bit of latency for me, but again, it's the emulator. If you were playing this natively on your PlayStation 3 console, it would be absolutely fine, I'm sure. Graphics are decent. Picture's a little bit washed out compared to the vibrant PS4 version. And this is cool. It'd be interesting to see as well. Oh, hold that thought. Arsenal are in. Hits it wide. Who was that? What player was that? Not Aaron Ramsey, is it? Was he at Arsenal around 2015? At some point, we will... Or I'll select the instant replay option and have a look at the player models. And the reason I'm saying that is because the player models in FIFA 15, PS4, Xbox One, they are abysmal. They're absolutely terrible. That was another thing I didn't like about the game. They look like big, hulking wrestlers. They look, from a distance here, but they look much more realistic, which is weird. Oh, here we go. Eden Hazard. And this is in legendary difficulty. It is very challenging, as was its next-gen, quote-unquote, counterpart. But yeah, this was the... I always say this, but FIFA 14, 15 and 16 are some of my, or three of my favourite FIFA games of all time. I loved that trilogy of games before it headed over to Frostbite. But of course, I never played these legacy games back in the day because I'd sold, or I traded my PS3 already towards the PS4. So I didn't get to play these games, and we didn't have emulation back then. Or at least PS3 emulation would have been in its infancy. It was very, very difficult to emulate PS3 games. It still is a challenge to emulate PS3 games unless you have a very, very good PC. Oh, because it's demanding on both your GPU at times, but especially your CPU. That's my understanding anyway. But it's my computer seems to be handling this absolutely fine. Oh,
hard to predict as much as you fancy Arsenal.
Right, let's quit out of there. Let's rage quit, even though I'm not even losing, but I'm still I'm raging here. I don't rage at Christmas. It's Christmas. It's not. As I'm recording this, it's a Sunday before Christmas. I've got my mince pies being delivered in a bit. And I'm not even joking. I've done a Tesco delivery. Other supermarkets are available. That's incoming, guys. There's not a chance I go to the shops this time of year. No way. I need that goodness delivered. So I've got mince pies incoming, if you care. I've got some... What else have I got? Oh, just the usuals. Let's see what career is like here. So exactly the same screens. I remember Brendan Rodgers there. When he was Liverpool manager. That was pre... Brendan Rodgers getting into shape. Pre-fitness Brendan Rodgers. When he was carrying a bit of timber. Good old Brendan. I thought he was decent at Liverpool. They played some exciting stuff, it must be said. They just couldn't defend. They reminded me of the classic Newcastle sides of the 90s, which were entertaining to watch, but ultimately could never get it over the finish line. But all of this is the same, guys. I've gone with QPR here because we've got all the stadiums and or all the Premier League stadiums. So I would always play I'll try that again. I can't get my words out. I'm excited about these mince pies. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that's right. I would always choose a Premier League club in career mode in this FIFA because it was a treat to have every Premier League stadium. That blew me away at the time. I was like, here we go. Every game you play, you're at an official stadium. Well, in the league. And it was cool as hell. And I like how snappy these menus are. FIFA menus became clunky and slow to get around after this. Not after this game, but like later on, sort of Frostbite era, they became a bit weird. Can menus be weird? They can now. So we've got a pre-season friendly. We'll have a quick look at this, then we'll get over to another friendly match. An exhibition game away from this career. Maybe I'll try some international teams. And like I say, we'll have a close-up look. An in-depth look at the player models. The likes of Ricky Lambert always comes to mind for Liverpool in FIFA 15 on PS4. He looked ridiculous. He was massive. Again, he looked like a WWE wrestler. He didn't look like a footballer. I don't know what EA was smoking, but they were smoking some strong stuff. And yeah, I don't know why they thought footballers looked like how they thought they should look. This, however, look, the player models look better. They still look a little bit strange. Is that Joey Barton? But they look better. Okay. There is a new camera in this Legacy version that we didn't get in PS4, which I will show you guys in a sec. I like this, guys. I like this a lot. Playability, gameplay-wise, I want to say I'm preferring it to its Big Brother's game, or Big Sister's. I want to say that, even though I've only been playing for 10 minutes or so. Joey Barton, the captain of QPR. I won't say any more than that about Joey Barton. I can't even use my usual line where I say, he's probably a lovely bloke. I can't even say that because, well... Anyway, I'm going to change the subject. It's Christmas. Anyway, here's the new camera, guys. I say new, but it was added for this version. Because I don't remember that. Enhanced broadcast. I don't remember that being in the Xbox One, PS4 versions. Okay. So it's a bit like watching on TV, I guess. I'm not keen on this camera. Because... well, as you can see over the far side of the pitch, the players are just too zoomed out. They feel too far away to me. So, it's got to be tele-broadcast. But anyway, yeah, that's enhanced broadcast. Please let me know if that was in PS4. I don't think it was an option. I like my cameras, guys. You know that. Why can't Why can't I zoom that to 0? That's weird. You can on PS4. Although I remember this stadium, Loftus Road, because I used QPR in the career mode. If it was fully zoomed out, a bit of their stand, a bit of the south stand or whatever. Uh-oh, they're in. They score. This is really hard. One of the stands, anyway, the one closest to us, that would glitch into view if you were too zoomed out, and it would take over the pitch. Maybe that's why. They're like, no, you can't zoom this stadium more than 10. I don't know. That is interesting, that. But this is good. It's a bit wobbly on the ball. It's a little bit unnatural, but it's FIFA. And I've talked about this before on the channel. PES is my game these days. Like, I went through a period of playing just FIFA, but I find it difficult enjoying FIFA now. Because how good PES is. Like, PES for me has aged really well. FIFA not so much. Not all FIFA games. They're in again. Ah, ref. I didn't even mean to foul him. I did not mean... Is that Anton Ferdinand? Anyway. Ah, he's done the Panenka. Is that what they're called? Rue. Beautiful penalty. I just had a notification on my phone. Let's quickly have a look. Right, my driver's on his way, guys. Oh, he won't arrive for about 19 minutes, it says. That's very specific. I was going to say, if there's a quick edit, it's because my deliveries arrived. My mince pies have arrived. But my mince pies are in transit. I repeat, my mince pies are in transit. And it's 2-0 here. I am terrible at this. It's really hard in Legendary, which I loved about Ignite engine FIFAs. They were very challenging. Then it went over to Frostbite, and they were so easy. You had to use a million sliders to make them more difficult. It's not the case anymore. I think they've sorted that out, EA, with the later FIFA games. Although this isn't Ignite, I don't think Ignite existed. Again, that's why these were called the legacy versions. I think I'm right in saying that. But this is decent. It's a good footy game, this. I could happily play a career mode in this, actually, over Christmas. I am preferring it, guys, to PS4. It's just the washed out pictures I'm not sure on. But washed out looking graphics were a thing. Or washed out colour palettes. They were a thing in the PS3 and 360 era. It was just a graphical design choice, I think. We're going to rage quit. There were so many games, because I feature so many on the channel where I say, oh, it looks washed out though, doesn't it, this 360 game or this PS3 game. It was just how it was then. And then we went crazy 4K HDR, in your face, PS4, Xbox One generation, where everything was vibrant. And it's kind of stayed that way for the new generation, PS5, etc. That's just my thoughts anyway. I might be just talking out my backside, I don't know. I'm excited about my mince pies now. I haven't had a mince pie since last Christmas. Some people start buying mince pies in October. I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. I like them with ice cream. Get your favourite mince pie combination in the replies. Mince pies with cream or with ice cream? You're supposed to have them with cream, I think. Or custard. I don't like custard. Mince pies and ice cream. All day, every day. Warmed up. Happy days. Anyway, Wembley Stadium. The arch is illuminated, according to Jeff Sterling. Oh, that's, oh, what was his name? Shaqiri, was it? Enter Shaqiri? Anyone remember that band? Yeah, names on backs of shirts. I can't get that working, names on backs of shirts, in any PS3 game, footy game, on RPCS3. I just think it's how it is. And also, if you are interested in emulating this game, guys, on RPCS3, to get it working, you have to turn off, is it asynchronization? Is that what it's called? You have to disable that, otherwise you won't get past the front screen. It'll just crash to desktop. You have to do that with a lot of these FIFA games. So we've got different commentary for the internationals. I loved that in this game. We've got Clive Tildesley. FA Cup, international matches. Like I say, you get Clive Tildesley and Andy Townsend, I think, will be assistant. I weren't taking notice just now. Oh, it's Barami. Was he at West Ham? I think he was. It's Gokkenindler. Oh, Gokkenindler makes it 1-0 to Switzerland. The Leicester City player, I want to say, around this time. This is really good. I'm struggling to defend, though. I must admit, I am really struggling to defend, which is how it was with tactical defending. But it's very rewarding feeling when you do master it. I quite like tactical defending, although I hated it at first. Actually, scrap that. I don't like tactical defending because I'm thinking of the FIFA games which didn't have it before this. And I preferred it, yeah. Just keep your defending mechanic nice and simple. Make it rely on your positional sense rather than holding a button. Anyway, is Rooney. I cannot get anything going. This is so challenging. Ah, they started to talk about Bobby Charlton. That's cool. I feel like the commentary in the FIFA games these days is like an afterthought, whereas back then it was one of the not selling points of the game, but it was. Yeah. It was important. It felt like it was important to EA to get the really good commentary in here. Oh, surprise, surprise. Some stuttering has started. It always happens with footy games, the stuttering. Never happens with my other games on PC. I need to look into it, guys. Maybe I'll do that over Christmas. A mince pie and some, and some stuttering fixed stuff. Is Rooney. Wayne Rooney, Henderson. Ah, this England side were crap, weren't they? So many crap players, or average players. Jack Wilshere, who couldn't stay fit, otherwise would have been world class, I reckon. Because he was very gifted on the ball. But yes, decent this. I'm glad I've finally got to play this. It was weird because I didn't even consider PS3 around this time. I didn't even consider it for footy games. Just, it's crazy that, well, it's not crazy, but it's just strange to me that they were still releasing these FIFA games. Oh, here we go. Oh, what's that from Rooney? What on earth was that? It's Sterling. Deary me, I'm not playing well. But yeah, it's good this. Let me know if you bought the PS3 and 360 versions of these games, guys. Because obviously, not everyone would have got a PS4 or an Xbox One yet. Some people would have still been playing their PS3s. How do I do this? I think it's Orbit. There we go. Let's hide this box at the bottom. No, not like that, Mike. Like that. Okay. Already I can tell they're far better. Rooney looks fantastic in this. He's got no feet, though. I don't know what's happened to the player's feet in this replay bit. Joe Hart looks good. Yeah, they look far better. They're slimmer. They're slender. They look like footballers. Nathaniel Klein, Gary Cahill. They look fantastic. They look abysmal. Guys, seriously, fire up the PS4 version of this if you've got it knocking around. They look abysmal in that game. It's weird, isn't it? Anyway, FIFA 15 on the PS3. Let me know your memories with this game on this platform if you played it. Look out for all the content we've got planned for over the Christmas period. I'll speak to you all soon.